A unique bilingual force, the Puerto Rico National Guard traces its heritage and history to the original militias established by the island's first governor, Juan Ponce de Leon, in 1511. For more than 300 years, the militia was the main defensive force on the island and participated in all major military actions of the 16th, 17th, and 18th centuries leading up to the Spanish-American War in 1898. The Puerto Rico National Guard was created in 1919 and today has a combined force of more than 10,000 citizen soldiers and airmen and is comprised of three major commands: Army, Air, and the State Guard. The Puerto Rico National Guard is continuously evolving and now, with the goal of Vision 2020, is on track to become the premier organization for the Americas by providing trained, ready, and relevant units of soldiers and airmen to support our state and national strategy. Puerto Rico rated number 16 in strength among all other National Guard organizations throughout the United States. Origins of most Puerto Rico Guard units can be traced back to the years preceding the Second World War as part of the United States defensive planning. Almost 4,000 of the island's citizen soldiers were mobilized during the Second World War, alongside the more than 1,600 Puerto Ricans of the 65th Infantry Regiment, which served then as a segregated active duty component. A total of 65,000 Puerto Ricans served during the Second World War. The 65th Infantry Regiment was established in Puerto Rico in 1899, and 60 years later, in 1959, the 65th was officially transferred to the Puerto Rico National Guard. This marks the first time in U.S. military history that an active duty component is transferred to remain in service with the National Guard. Puerto Rico is home to 4 Medal of Honor recipients, and greater than 200,000 Puerto Ricans have served in all U.S. conflicts since 1917. For the last 91 years, the Puerto Rico Guard has sustained and upholds its responsibility toward the community, the state, and the nation. When mobilized in support of the federal mission, achievements of Puerto Rico National Guard citizen soldiers and airmen and their exemplary performance have been historically recognized internationally by many. Puerto Rico's largest mobilization since its participation in World War II and Korea was during Operations Desert Shield and Desert Storm in 1991. Over 1,700 island guardsmen were mobilized for service in the Persian Gulf, representing almost 5% of all National Guard personnel deployed for this conflict. Since September 11, 2001, over 16,000 Puerto Rican guardsmen have mobilized and deployed to Iraq, Afghanistan, Kosovo, the Sinai Peninsula, Guantanamo Bay, Mali, and the Horn of Africa in support of the global war on terrorism while sustaining its state and community mission. In 2003, citizen soldiers of the 92nd Separate Infantry Brigade became the first Army component to ever perform maritime security missions on ships during Operation Guardian Mariner during the global war on terrorism. Since the 9/11 attacks, its contribution to the defense of the nation is exemplified with 1 Silver Star, 158 Bronze Stars, 57 Purple Hearts, and has known the irreparable loss of 4 heroic citizen soldiers. The Puerto Rico Air National Guard was created in 1949, the vast majority of its members being veterans of World War II. During the early years, its mission was to protect the island's airspace and conduct tactical combat operations. Today, with a force of over 1,200 airmen, the Puerto Rico Air Guard conducts airlift missions around the world. The Air Guard has 3 components. The 156th Airlift Wing operates the fleet of C-130 Hercules aircraft. The 141st Air Control Squadron conducts battle management functions at a joint tactical level, and the 140th Support Squadron conducts 24-hour-a-day air surveillance. The Puerto Rico Air Guard has conducted intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance missions around the world, such as Shallow Harvest and Senior Scout in Afghanistan and Africa, and Coronet Oak in support of Southcom. It has attained a record greater than 97% mission capability in comparison to the National Air Guard standard of 65%, making Puerto Rico an exceptional air asset in the region. The Puerto Rico Air Guard worldwide projection and its operational assets make the island a prime strategic air operations hub. Culturally bilingual, the Puerto Rico National Guard's geographical location has been key to fostering goodwill among the U.S. and its neighbors within the American continent. It has been a key participant in Southcom humanitarian missions such as New Horizons, and in 2009, Puerto Rico commanded the Joint Task Force operation during Beyond the Horizons in the Dominican Republic. Puerto Rico Guard elements continue to train and support democratic nations in the region under the State Partnership Program, and currently sponsors two neighboring partners, Honduras and the Dominican Republic. In 2010, Puerto Rico National Guard Army Aviation UH-60 Blackhawks were the first to arrive to Haiti after the devastating earthquake there that caused hundreds of thousands of deaths and leveled the capital city. The island's Air Guard C-130 Hercules aircraft from the 156 Airlift Wing also aided in the relief effort, transporting supplies and evacuating injured from the Caribbean country. With almost 13,000 acres of land, Camp Santiago Joint Maneuver Training Center is the hub for all Puerto Rico National Guard training. Additionally, active duty, reserve and National Guard units, state and federal agencies, as well as allied armed forces all come to Camp Santiago for training. The overall pleasant weather makes Camp Santiago the ideal year-round training area. The Fort Allen Training Area is home to the Regional Training Institute, Puerto Rico National Guard Language Center. The Language Center is unique to the Guard as it has successfully prepared new soldiers and airmen in English language instruction since 1976. Loyal to its oath to support the state, the Puerto Rico National Guard stands fast to respond should the need present itself to aid its citizens by supporting island first responders during emergencies such as hurricanes, floods, droughts, and civil unrest. The Guard's commitment has long been recognized on the island. In a recent public poll, the Puerto Rico National Guard earned the highest ranking, making it the most trusted organization among all federal and state agencies on the island. A full partner in the service to and commitment toward the island and its residents, the Puerto Rico State Guard proudly stands ready to augment the National Guard as a force multiplier and to accomplish all assigned missions as directed by the Governor of Puerto Rico and the Adjutant General. The State Guard has provided health support during medical exercises on the island, as well as engineer support alongside the Puerto Rico National Guard engineer units. Among other missions, it additionally conducts security, damage assessment, and search and rescue operations to support federal and state agencies. In 2005, within 72 hours, more than 1,100 citizen soldiers and airmen were mobilized to the state of Louisiana to help with recovery efforts and security operations in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. The 105th Quartermaster Company supported the Island Water Resources Authority, providing thousands of gallons of potable water to citizens in the communities of Naranjito and Corozal after their water supply was detected to be unsuitable for human consumption. The neighboring island municipality of Culebra has also received the support of water purification detachments from the Puerto Rico and Florida Army National Guards. Culebra water resources are drastically reduced due to increased summer tourism. Puerto Rico's landing craft detachment is unique to the National Guard, being the only Guard asset of its kind in the nation. They've provided support to the island municipalities of Vieques and Culebra during events when the Maritime Transportation Agency's ferries are grounded. The LCM detachment also provides support to the Department of Natural Resources. In 2009, the 215th Engineer Company, Firefighting Truck, the 22nd Civil Support Team, and the 156 Airlift Wings Fire Department joined Island Emergency First Responders to control and extinguish the Caribbean Petroleum Company fire that threatened over 100,000 families with an environmental catastrophe. All federal and state agencies were placed under command and control of the Puerto Rico National Guard. More than 1,000 Guardsmen were active during the state mobilization called Operation Shared Security in support of the Island Police Department. The National Guard provided maintenance to official vehicles and trained personnel to patrol the streets alongside police officers. This mobilization lasted over a year. Hundreds of citizen soldiers immediately responded to tropical storms Emily and Irene by clearing roadways of debris and rescuing stranded residents in flooded areas. The newly created SURF-P unit stands ready to assist the island in any chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear, or explosive emergency. The Puerto Rico National Guard maintains a high level of readiness by continually conducting emergency response exercises. Through the Innovative Readiness Training Program, the Puerto Rico Army National Guard engineers cleared heavy debris and improved the hydraulic flow of the Nigua River in the town of Salinas. This action aided the families in the municipality of Salinas who suffered from a severe flooding problem. During the subsequent rainy season, no flooding was detected in the area. The municipalities of Juana Diaz and Vega Baja have also received the benefits of the Innovative Readiness Training Program. Youth Challenge and Starbase have impacted the lives of more than 19,000 young adults who have participated in the academic programs. The Puerto Rico Youth Challenge Academy is recognized as an accredited island high school by the Department of Education. 100% of the graduates from the last cycle applied to various island colleges and universities to further their education. Unique to Puerto Rico, Creando is an innovative program tailored specifically to bring the Youth Challenge experience and opportunities to young adults who are under the custody of the juvenile correction system. The Creando program follows the same core values as Challenge. Stay on Track and the Drug Demand and Reduction programs are part of the counter-drug effort toward the community. Stay on Track has positively impacted thousands of elementary-level school children in dozens of communities during the last 3 years. Other examples of community outreach are the continuous visits to schools and communities to demonstrate and explain the result of drug abuse. Counter-Drug and the Puerto Rico National Guard also support federal agencies in their fight against illegal drugs and drug trafficking on the island, with 24/7 air surveillance using the radar station at Punta Salinas. Only 2 radar sites in the United States perform this mission, in California and the 140th Support Squadron. For thousands of citizen soldiers and their family members, the National Guard Institutional Fund, or FIGNA, was founded, thus affording them an opportunity to begin, continue, or finish their academic goals. For the past 15 years, the Puerto Rico National Guard has sponsored the annual Family Day held at Camp Santiago Joint Maneuver Training Center. The activity is a free-of-charge event with displays, raffles, music, and food for all residents and visitors who wish to participate. The Puerto Rico National Guard is an institution born of tradition and heritage, making it a flexible, professional, and committed organization capable of tackling all challenges while upholding its responsibilities toward the island communities, the country, and the nation. With Vision 2020 as its pathway, the Guard is transforming to ensure balance and a sustainable operational force ready for the 21st century. The Puerto Rico National Guard continues demonstrating what is already evident. We are the premier organization for the Americas. Puerto Rico National Guard, siempre presente.